All right, welcome back, folks. Campaign 17. I think it's episode 20. Doesn't sound possible, but it is. Anyways, this is kind of what I kicked off at the beginning of the last episode. We're gonna go ahead and hit assault. Yeah, I'm not sure why it showed up as an auto resolve. Maybe. So actually, I have it here. I did, as I said I would. I went on the CSA side to see if there's anything I could improve. It's really odd. I never unpaused the game, but when I went over there, their credit rating was a B plus. It's not great, but it's not catastrophic. And what had happened was when they went to the emergency credit thing, they go to the emergency credit line when they hit a credit crisis, and then they kind of only do things to help their fiscal situation out. But I've modded it so that they should continue to take subsidies, but all their subsidies were turned down to 0, which I thought was really odd, and explains why they haven't been popping propaganda and a number of other projects that should help them along. They took recruitment offices a bunch, which they were set up to do, so that's all right. But yeah, there wasn't all that much to do. I made sure that the weapons they had were distributed, but they pretty much had a whole bunch of weapons orders. There were no small arms weapons orders that I could put through. And so the AI pretty much done its job, at least as I gave it its job. And when I came back in on the Union side, I noticed that a bunch of my armies that had had really good readiness earlier, all of a sudden, when I came back, they were down 1 or 2 colors of readiness. I have no idea why. So that was all very odd. I'll put you on pause. This is, as you can see, it's late in the day here. I don't know why you're even able to start battles this late, but you are. It looks like, yeah, they're going to end up with both of those points. I'm not sure how they had Mechanicsville, but not the other one. And that was like that had to be one of the most pointless starts I've ever seen. All right, what we'll do in the meantime is we'll at least put our cav out front. Here, why don't we just go like this? Okay, how about like this? There we go. Now you're all kind of close to a road, and we'll... Oh, we got you guys up here, so no sense in making everyone wait, but we'll just put you there and there. And we should have more than enough troops to make this work. Famous last words, I know, but yeah, I'm not going to make you watch the rest of this, but it's something weird that's going on. I know that I've taken away the artificial buffs that are built into the game that help the AI, because I just think that that's silly. But I can't really explain why. It seems like with the game never having come unpaused on either side, that it seems like when the AI is in control of things, like just readiness goes to nonsense. And now I at least know for future campaigns when they go to the emergency credit rating, when they come out of it, at least I'll probably have to go in there and fix things manually. But yeah, it's kind of annoying, because without the politics subsidies and a bunch of other things that they should be taking, it would have saved them quite a bit of support. There are other things that it wouldn't have fixed, but that's always true. So, all right, I'm gonna put you on pause and I'll bring you back when we've made some contact. All right, so I'm bringing you back in. It took us a while. It took us pretty much the whole day, right? It's almost 1:30 here. Anyways, Anyways, here we are. I'm wondering also if when I switch sides, I wonder if they moved some artillery out of Thomas's corps, because there's only one division that has one, I'll say battery, but it should be one per. I guess there probably should only be 2, and there's 1. But I think that these were the original and somewhat larger. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that. Yeah, because it used to be Patterson's. I also think maybe the AI, even though we never unpaused anything, I think they maybe swapped some commanders. Yeah, because I'm certain that Patterson was in charge of the 2nd Corps from the beginning of the war, and I think they just moved Thomas into it. So, all right, I mean, that's fine. I don't care about that. But anyways, I didn't realize that we were supposed to have a 3-to-1 advantage. So the AI has accumulated quite a bit of an advantage. They took the 5-pointer, but they left this one open. So I actually moved their B guy back there to capture it. But yeah, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. We spent all day moving from the other side of the map to this one. And now we're trying to get something going. Yeah, there's Thomas. I was wondering where that guy went. Yeah, I mean, Thomas is fine doing what he's doing there. McDowell isn't even really in position to assist, so not a huge loss there. They're doing counterbat because that's their specialty, although apparently they haven't hit anything, so maybe that's also their specialty. But we're going to move that battery up. We're going to move this one up. I think they're just too far away to get very many good hits. I've detached all the batteries elsewhere. And so, yeah, I think there's less to do than there used to be. We'll put McDowell in a better position there. Thomas is actually going to a pretty good position, and that's Thomas's only battery in his entire core, which had been bombarding and will now continue to bombard because it's one of the easiest ones to do. Even if you were going to counterbat, you could just drop the battery thing right on whoever it is. And yeah, this cav is kind of going forward to screen. This is also really low ground, so they're appropriately on the high ground mechanics field, but you see how low this ground is. If you wanted to kind of come around, if you were able to conceal your movements better in this game, it would be something I think that's definitely worth thinking about. There's no reason for Hatch to have to take that attack because he is unsupported, but it looks like the rest of Thomas's army is ready to move. I'm going to quickly go through and just check on the condition of everyone. Well, at least at the division level. And everybody seems good. They're probably just reporting casualties, which should be almost nothing at this point. Alright, we will go forward like that with Thomas, with skirmishers. I would do mid-range if I could, but I don't know that I can. We'll have McDowell go up later, although his cav is the most exposed. But yeah, we're going to pull back with Hatch and then probably try to move through this swamp to the Mechanicsville Bridge. Just remembered as I was doing that to turn down the volume in OBS. Every time I go into battle and then come out, I got to turn it back up. So you probably didn't hear anything before this. It wasn't important, as with most of my mumbling, but it's kind of explaining how we got to this point. It was a rich history. There will be a quiz. There's no consequences, but yeah. These guys look a little scattered. Maybe it's just the way they settled. That they're actually fine. Yeah, they're actually fine. All right, those guys, not at all. So, yeah, they shouldn't move. Sometimes you just get those brigades that they just moved weird when everybody else was moving normally, and so now yeah, they're just weird. And we have confusion over here, which is to be expected. All right. Hatch is over there. And he's going to push, well, we're just going to wait for them to get settled and then try to move them ahead of the infantry a little bit. Are these guys tired? And how do they have reboard muskets? How does anybody in this army have reboard muskets? All right. I guess that's more housekeeping stuff I needed to stay up with. Yeah, I think at this point, Crittenden's battery is also just too far out of position. We were able to move up largely unopposed. That's a silly place for that battery. This is actually a better one. So put them up. That's fine. All right, McDowell, you are here. I'm gonna order you over there. I don't know why I could not use the attack order with that. It's disappointing. Burnside, wasn't really talking to you, but it's fine. Okay, now we'll move with Hatch through here. See if he can pave the way. Yeah, that was a case of I put the bombardment target on the enemy battery. Such a weird spot. You know what? Just start shooting. The infantry is going to be up there by the time we're ready to do anything. All right, let's watch this battle. I'm tempted to put it on attack, but I'm worried that they're going to cross divisions over from left to right and do just a whole bunch of other weird movement things. Not sure what they're up to. Or them. But we have a clash of skirmishers. Batteries did fine. Oh no. Wow. It's just artillery fire that's been doing those casualties. Yikes. I'm not really sure what that plane is called. Yeah, I was guessing those batteries were not loving that. Maybe, just maybe, we'll try to keep it easy and just have both give the assault order and see what they come up with. That was not the best move I've ever seen. That was just the impetuous cavalry. Though I guess it kind of worked up here. Huh. It's not going that well up here. But we did clobber this flank, which was held mostly by artillery and that one infantry brigade. Alright, they all need to go to fire at will, because we can't really know where we're going to be. Yeah, they do weird things. They come up with very odd movement ideas. I'm surprised in assault formation we did not close up when it came to distance. Anyways, these guys have been great at cutting in. They're probably getting low on... Yeah, they are getting low on ammo. But that wasn't really what they had to do. They just kind of had to be the first wave attack. Alright, they're all moving in pretty reasonably. I think we're going to try to pull hideout and then maybe bounce down here with them. But they're up, not quite in a fishhook, but this is a very tenuous hold to exiting this way. Otherwise, they got to exit over here, and we've kind of already cleaned this up. So if you were really the CSA, you would be, I think, moving backwards, trying to protect your route out. As you can see, there are some people you just cannot help. Those people, for example. But we'll take it from the CSA perspective. See, they're pretty much firing back to back because they have to. And I guess Hyde wants to go in. I don't think that that's advisable. Yeah, those guys got it. Can McDowell order everybody to short range? And maybe Thomas do the same thing for his group. Let's see if that doesn't move things along a bit. These guys got to be out of ammo, or close to it. Alright, they are. So trying to be sports about this, we'll pull them back. Wish these boulders gave more cover. I don't know if they actually give anything. But that would be cool. Okay, Beal got shot up. Smith is okay. He's in good condition for now. For whatever reason, Griffith is not. It must be morale things. They're moving out. I'm guessing to try to protect this, but if that was the case, they got to be worried about this part. Not leaving the woods, which is providing them cover. Well, they're all on top of each other now. That's a lot of troops, but very rough shape. Abercrombie probably doesn't like that he's outflanked here. Move the cav up to provide the morale support. Trying to not charge the cav in. And I think, you know, I thought we were, I say this a lot, I thought we were closer to victory than this. Enemy casualties are probably turned against them because there's just so many more of us shooting into them. And they gave us quite a bit of front to shoot into. Perfect world. Hold Mechanicsville until it was about time to engage and then pull back. And maybe try to hold that. I would say don't even worry about it. hold these trees here and hold this bridge as long as you can. And make it a grind. Make it more of a 50-50 rather than the shellacking that it is. I'm not sure if my brigade up here routed or what happened. The order in general is still assault. I did not check lower levels. So Thomas says assault, but what does everybody else say? That's fine. Yeah, all the rest of that is fine. Well, since there's nothing for them to do, we'll just move that artillery up. I guess that would have been the downside of my advice to the CSA, which is that if they did kind of pull back, we would eventually end up with quite a bit of artillery, but they have a lot too. They'd be alright. Man, my cav really wants to get in there. Well, they want to retreat now. Cable is going to try to fight his way out. I don't know that he can. Williams is confident. I don't know that he should be. Okay, Abercrombie broke. That has more to do with the lack of celerity of his friends than I think them. And they would certainly rally if time permitted. Alright, though. They broke. These guys look... they might make it out. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to order anything else. So yeah, it's easy, you know, when you outnumber the AI 3-1, but still. It's not a fight I probably would have taken if I was the AI. If I knew I was outnumbered 3-1, I probably would have just fallen back, because when I went over to the AI side and I saw where they had troops, yeah, I mean, 3-1. I think Longstreet might be over by Lynchburg. Yeah, it's a big old question mark. Might be. But he could do something, presumably. Others could as well. Glorious victory, sir. Will soon be yours. All right. 700 killed and 3,000. So that's 3,700 that definitely are not coming back to them versus 431 that are definitely not coming back for me. So, whoa, okay. I love the 20x as much as everybody else, but yeah, so something odd happened here, and all right, we'll let this play out, and then we got to get Thomas some artillery. McClellan, yeah, he was in like green, and then I just switched sides. No time progressed, and it dropped. I also noticed that almost all these CSA armies, like they're in the red. They're in the red or the orange. They're virtually immobile in my territory, so it's probably going to take the entire winter to get them back, and yeah, not my problem. But now that Pickett is, rather than falling back to, I think Longstreet is over here, or maybe down in Raleigh, I don't know. Rather than falling back to friendlies, they get whooped, and now there's nothing to stop us except if we decide to stop. So it's really not where you want things. We'll move Thomas to scouting. I think I'm going to send McDowell over to try to take Norfolk. I don't know that any of those are actually necessary. Since we hold the fort, it should just be a matter of sailing in. It's not like they hold the fort and they would shoot us in our little transports, but that is what it is. All right, Thomas. I mean, Thomas is in enemy territory, so it's a little rough there, but we're going to go in here. I know I have too much money going into the Navy right now. So sadly, we just got to put a lot of those wood ships. Got to mothball them. And you guys, I thought we had ordered over here. Yeah. Well, I know I had meant to, but if you've never seen this before, I get distracted by the tiniest of things. Now, do these guys have the amphibious assault, amphibious attack, and blockading squadron? They do. So that's good. I mean, I could give him the fort one. I mean, why not? Mortar boats. I mean, once you realize that trade don't matter all that much, then you just you focus on combat, because that's why you have the game. I assume. All right, Wool is here, and I think he's going to be here for a while. So let's just get a supply depot going. Like, I know there's one back here, but it's not going to cover all the way up. And even though Wool has 18,000, he could go up to 20,000. And I don't think Springfield can support all of that on their own. So we'll do that there. These guys, all right, they're still trying to get their bearings. Yeah, the CSA has retaken Arkansas. It doesn't matter. The CSA actually has quite a bit over here. Hills Corps, Army of Kentucky, and I believe there was another corps over here. I just don't remember what it was. It seemed like there was a lot. And actually, the CSA isn't terribly positioned strategically, except in the Eastern Theater, where they have way too few troops. Overall, they've now gone a little hog wild on the recruitment. But it's okay. Evans Corps? I don't know Evans Corps. Well, I'm going to try to go beat it. Okay, we'll move you up. Move you in offensive. And Thomas, you may just have to do this one on your own. Not sure what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, that's a fight we're going to do. At 33 minutes, I think I'm going to try to smash this battle in here rather than cutting it short. But yeah. Good thing we actually didn't stay out in campaign too long. I forgot to turn the volume up again, but, you know, it's a story I've told a number of times. I'm assuming, based on that red entry point and none others that I saw, that is where we started really close to each other. I think we started over here, and yeah, we'll throw some scouts out just to see if that's true. If not, yeah, and it is true. So we can see them there. And in that case, actually don't think I need to move forward anymore. I also don't want these guys looking to melee. That's not what we need from them right now. Here, we'll put the cav out on the left. We're going to speed things up because we can. Again, it's Thomas, so we have just one battery. It looks like it's Parrots or 3-inch, or I don't know why I can't click on them, but I cannot. Is it? See how you feel after you get shot. At. Whoa, what are you doing? Alright. So they're going to be up there like that. I guess we'll just reorder the scouts out. And yeah, we'll wait and see where they go. Thomas is here, so we'll order skirmishers out. That's fine. Maybe? Maybe not? There we go. And I already moved them to single line, so that at least that problem's been addressed. So Hatch doesn't have scouts out? Okay. Yeah, this artillery... kind of want to keep it near the road and not in the center of the fight, so we'll move it over there. Move the cav up here. I do see that this terrain here is not the most hospitable to moving cav through. They must have Mississippis. It's gotta be. Just like I said, reboard muskets. Maybe it's a high ground thing. Well, they're slightly higher ground. Alright. For great roleplay reasons, we're going to put skirmishers in woods and creek beds and other stuff. I did. As much as I make fun of it, I actually think it's pretty good stuff. I'm glad that they added it to the game. I don't think these second layer divisions here, I don't think they should have their scouts out. So we'll recall them. We'll see how the CSA builds up. Huh. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, it is late in the afternoon. I did not realize that. This is deafening for me, but I don't think it should be so for all of you. I hope not. It is loud. Not too sure what they're doing. Alright, AI's got to move because we have a slight numerical advantage and we're holding the 5-pointer here. So, I mean, even if they sent somebody on a wild ninja thing, it's not going to make the difference here. They got to attack. They kind of look like they're just forming up to run right in the middle, and that's not terrible. I mean, this would give them cover, as would the creek bed. We would have cover too, but at least it's kind of 50-50 at that point. I'm not sure what a better option would look like. And they got to come to us. So put our skirmishers who are in the creek bed, we'll put them prone and just make them all that much harder to hit. We'll have them lay down for now. I'm not sure what they're doing. I really thought this would be a pretty quick one. Just because they don't... We're starting so close, and it's, I think, fairly obvious what they need to do. Alright, Mitchell's coming in here. Yeah, so everybody's here. I don't know. They certainly think that they're getting some hits. It doesn't look like they're getting much. Alright, so now they're going to go prone. If that's the case, then what we do, if they're going to go sitting prone, then let's roll up on them here. Yeah, they're trying to shoot my prone skirmishers. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, guys. Come on. I know the AI has nowhere to be. But I do. And if we're about to go end of day, then we might as well use up our ammo. It's always my approach. Whoa! There we go. Alright. Don't let him get away. We just didn't want to get outflanked there. Alright, let's drop the bombardment over here. We might hit their arty, we might hit their infantry. All of that's fine for me. These guys are gonna run low on ammo here. Yeah. Alright, we gotta start bringing them back. I feel like it's like a good caster in Total War Warhammer that's just running out of mana. Mana? You can tell I'm not actually focused on what I'm saying, but I'm confusing nerd things here. No, it's running out of Winds of Magic, but, you know, great archers that are running out of ammo. Any of those things, once they lose it, right? So once we lose our ammo on these guys, then the problems really set in. Have I hit? Well, I don't know that I actually caused that, but yeah, they're all backed up now. Huh, very odd on the AI's part. Alright, as long as it's this kind of standoff, I'll probably put you all on pause. Because I just don't see the point of showing you an artillery duel. That's not even like a big artillery duel. It's... Oh, and now they're just starting to shoot at each other. Alright, so we'll go to counterbat. We can do that. But that probably means tomorrow... If they're going to be counterbatting us, we got to send our infantry in. Or we got to pull our artillery. Actually, you know what? We can already do that. We can already do that. We will just pull our artillery back to here. I think they'll still be able to hit it. But it will decrease its accuracy. And yeah, this is one of the other situations I don't love in battle against the AI. It's just there's no way to like politely tell it you're supposed to be attacking here, because you're just gonna lose the longer that this goes on. I know this balance bar probably dictates what they do as well as the balance of forces on the field, but they have to attack. All right, that actually explains it. They were just waiting for nightfall and then I guess withdraw on even odds, but kind of begs the question why they even took the battle. Hey, that's the for your War of Rights, folks. That's the date of Antietam. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that date, but I think while we're doing this, we can try to put. There we go. We can try to turn the music up in game, hopefully, and I think it's gonna do it for this episode. Maybe there's a little something to look at in campaign, but I actually wanted that fight to go through in victory at Richmond. I had already told myself that if this goes to day 2, I'm tired of waiting and I'm just going to turn around and attack and let that be it. But there you go. It's always a little odd when the AI is like supposed to attack and they're just like, no, we'd rather not, but we're not going to withdraw either. And it's like, the human player's like, all right, so I guess I got to do this. I've done it many a time on this channel. And it tends to work out more often than it probably should. Right, the Army of Washington really ought to move back, because eventually we got to link up those two, we'll say, corps to deal with Gist's corps. But yeah, we're in this odd situation because we captured all those forts. I may go back and try to edit that one in the files. I don't know if it'll retroactively remove my morale buff, my national morale buff from taking all those forts. But one of the benefits of leaving it in is that usually the AI would also do it. and they could use a bigger boost when they do it. Though in a Union campaign, I can kind of see why that might not be the case. All right, so it looks like McDowell is going to end up getting Norfolk. And, you know, for Thomas, he doesn't seem to actually have a supply problem, so I'm going to move him across. And I don't know why Evans' Corps is able to just sit here. They withdrew from the battle, but they seem a little more beat up than that.